Who would have thought that over the next few patches, Hoyoverse might actually be planning to release multiple new skins for several characters at once? Honestly, that's pretty surprising. As always, everything discussed in this video comes from sources that are generally considered reliable. In the previous video, we talked about the rerun characters expected to appear in version 4.4 alongside Himiko Nova, Rin, and Gilgamesh. If you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend checking it out first so you can better plan your pulls and stellar jade savings. Today, we're going to be discussing a completely different topic, one that's just as exciting. We'll be taking a look at new leaks regarding upcoming character skins that Hoyoverse may be planning to release over the next few patches. This is especially interesting because character skins in Honkai starrail are still relatively rare. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. Everything started when Seal Leaks shared a rather interesting post. In that post, they showed an image containing various character profile avatars that players can use. What immediately caught people's attention was a mysterious golden avatar that was completely blank except for a question mark in the center. According to Seal Leaks, this empty avatar is likely connected to a brand new skin. That said, they also labeled the information as subject to change, meaning nothing was fully confirmed at the time. Naturally, the next question became, whose skin is it? That question was later addressed by Sakura Haven. According to their post, the skin Seal Leaks was referring to is most likely a new skin for Sparksy, which is expected to arrive in version 4.4. To be fair, this isn't entirely surprising if you've been following my previous videos. In fact, we actually discussed this possibility about a month ago. Back on April 30th, Sakura Haven mentioned that Hoyoverse was working on a skin for Sparksy, although at the time they weren't sure which version it would release in. Now, based on their latest statement, it appears that Sparksy's skin is indeed planned for version 4.4. However, the real surprise from Sakura Haven's latest post wasn't Sparksy. It was the additional information that came with it. In the same post, Sakura Haven claimed that 2 more characters are also scheduled to receive skins in upcoming patches. Those 2 characters are Evanescia and Hyacinth. So if we put everything together, we currently have at least 3 characters who are expected to receive skins in the near future: Sparksy, Evanescia, and Hyacinth. And honestly, that's pretty exciting news. Especially because all 3 characters remain relevant in today's meta. Sparksy and Evanescia are still relatively new characters, having only been released a few patches ago. Meanwhile, Hyacinth has been around much longer since her debut in version 3.3, yet she continues to hold her position as one of the highest tier sustained characters in the game. There's also another interesting detail worth pointing out. With Hyacinth potentially receiving a skin and Castor Ice having already received hers in version 4.2, that means both core members of the Full Remembrance team would have skins. Considering that Full Remembrance remains one of the strongest and most commonly used team archetypes across endgame content, skins for both of its cornerstone characters would likely be extremely popular. But that's not all. Apparently, there's another character receiving something skin-related as well, Acheron. Although technically, this isn't a character skin. Instead, it's what many people are calling a weapon skin, or perhaps more accurately, a DLC weapon. Sakura Haven previously mentioned that data mining had uncovered something called Stellar Couture for Acheron. At first, many people assumed this was simply another cosmetic item. However, things became much more complicated after Mortis commented on the situation. According to Mortis, Sakura Haven's information was correct, but the item isn't exactly a skin. Instead, it's apparently much closer to a DLC weapon. The reason for that distinction is because the item supposedly affects Acheron's actual kit. And what makes the situation even more controversial is that players reportedly won't be able to obtain it for free. Instead, they would need to purchase it. Later, Yubacha shared his own perspective on the matter. According to him, The concept is basically a paid cosmetic that also provides additional effects for Acheron's kit. A rough comparison would be buying a 4th trace upgrade while simultaneously receiving cosmetic enhancements. He even compared the idea to divine keys from Honkai Impact 3rd. Personally, I'm not very familiar with HI3, so I can't really comment on how accurate that comparison is. To be honest, I really hope this item ends up being purely cosmetic. Something that changes visuals, animations, or effects without impacting gameplay performance at all. For example, similar to Cyrene's bow skin, which changes the appearance of her ultimate animations. Because if Hoyoverse actually introduces paid items that directly increase character performance, I think that would be a very bad decision and could easily become a major controversy within the community. Now, if Hoyoverse truly wants to introduce something like a DLC weapon with gameplay effects, I think there's a much better approach. It doesn't necessarily need to be free, but it also shouldn't be locked behind a direct cash purchase. A more reasonable solution would be making it obtainable through the gacha system. That way, players could acquire the DLC weapon using Stellar Jade. Yes, Stellar Jade can technically be purchased with real money. But free-to-play players would still have a legitimate path to obtain it simply by saving their resources. In that sense, the DLC weapon would function similarly to signature light cones or eidolons. Players who spend money could get it more easily, but F2P players wouldn't be completely excluded from obtaining it. So what do you think about all of this? Are you excited about the possibility of new skins for Sparksy, Evanescia, and Hyacinth? And what are your thoughts on the DLC weapon concept for Acheron? Do you see it as an interesting innovation, or do you think it's a dangerous direction for the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that, we've reached the end of today's discussion. Thank you all so much for watching all the way to the end. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow Honkai Star Rail players so they can stay updated on the latest information as well. As always, your support through likes and subscriptions means a lot and helps this channel continue creating informative content in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next discussion.